These assholes can't read, can't figure out how tall the trucks are. Idiots. They don't want to go across the bridge properly. I need to stop watching those videos. But now I'm trying to figure out what I should do today. I mean, even my mom said I didn't do a good job with that makeup. Which, that wasn't makeup, it was actually real paint. But I'm trying to think, should I even do it? That's the question. This video has no title because I couldn't think of a title for this video. So I have no clue what I'm doing anymore. It's a lot better than it has been the past few weeks, so that's good. Never seen that show, so I wouldn't know. I don't even know what the show is about.
The only lead so far is that this is not going to end well. I'll be in touch.
With the resume of productions Butch Hartman has worked on, be it his own creations or having a hand developing other programs, nothing has ever really been able to surpass Danny Phantom in popularity or audience approval. However, Hartman has shown relentless dedication to creating something to act as a spiritual successor to one of the most famous Nicktoon shows of all time. Around the summer of 2017, news began circulating that Hartman was developing a series for YouTube that would act as the Danny Phantom for new generations. This information was proven to be true when it was revealed the show Hartman was developing was an action series under the title Imaginathan. The story of Imaginathan is an interesting tale of its own, but ultimately a story for another time. However, I bring this up because Imaginathan was the bridge that led me to my year-long experience developing the projects for Butch Hartman. And one of these projects was supposedly Butch's favorite soon-to-be creation yet, Elf Detective. I'm Kuro the Artist, and I'm going to tell you the full story of how Elf Detective became one of Hartman's greatest creations that never came to be. Season of One Punch Man is world-renowned for its fluid, intense, non-stop sugar rush animation. Many of the anime industry's top animators worked on these episodes, and these episodes would eventually pique the interest of Butch into the captivating style of anime. Believing he could pull off something at such a grandiose scale, he began developing a character that would act as a protagonist to his budding ideas. The earliest public announcement of this character that I could find was a tweet from June 5th, 2017. The character features all of the typical cool guy anime tropes. Long hair, serious face, lean build, a fancy suit, a mystical element, and at the time, guns. He was introduced under the name Gaz Grendel, Elf Detective. Hartman would then continue to post about Elf Detective every now and then, with slight alterations to the design with every update. Eventually, Hartman would want to put the production of Elf Detective into full effect, which is where I come in. I was hired to create the official character designs and style guide, as well as take the pilot script and animate 2 minutes of one scene, and put together the rest in an animatic. I eagerly began working on the project the same day I received the info packet. The packet contained the entire script for the pilot, a few conceptual designs, some storyboards, and my contract. Before I elaborate any further, I'd like to quickly identify some key factors of my contract to help make this viewing experience a bit more clear. First of all, this contract is not in any way, shape, or form an NDA. For those unfamiliar with the different types of industry contracts, a non-disclosure agreement is a contract by which one or more parties agree not to disclose confidential information that they have shared with each other as a necessary part of doing business together. This legally binds someone to keep any and all information about a project secretive to prevent spoiling the information undesired from the authority to be public knowledge. This contract acts as an agreement that any of my work created for this project is owned by Butch Hartman. It defines the compensation and claims that if Hartman were to ever back out of the project, I would still be compensated by full payment regardless of the amount of progress we've made. I'd like to make it very clear that nothing in this contract prevents me from giving out any currently unknown information about the project. This does not mean I'm going to spill everything in this video, nor do I desire to. Out of formality, I'm still not going to show the full, uninterrupted animations and animatics that I've made, but I'm going to take advantage of the freedom I have to legally discuss this topic to further define the story of what happened to Elf Detective. I would also like to verbalize that this was over a year and a half ago, and I did not have the tools or experience in software that I do now. I did everything traditionally with a light board that scanned each drawing into a computer, and I did not know basically anything about how to correctly clean up an illustration to look digital and smooth. This led to everything having a rough and distractingly misshapen appearance when reviewing it in a higher quality. Although this was all made to be a pitch pilot, so it really doesn't matter all too much. If the series were ever to get picked up, animation would probably be outsourced to an animation studio. For more information on transitioning from traditional to digital, I'd encourage you to watch my pen to paper episode on that topic. Now, let's begin by making it a bit more clear what Elf Detective is, and what it would have been all about. Elf Detective takes place in your typical noir-inspired city. Technology is only advanced as it needs to be, but most everything fell in line with a very 1930s-influenced era. One of my many tasks on this project was to design the main city that this series would take place in, which would be a hybrid of conventional and mythological architecture. As I enjoy designing things with mythology-relevant reasonings in mind, I began outlining a bit of the history of how this city works, and how mythos, the Elf Detective term for any and all magical creatures, started to integrate their culture into the human world. These ideas were scrapped in Hartman's favor of keeping everything relatively simple. The relationship between mythos and humans is an obvious allegory for the modern relationship between privileged members of society and minorities. However, the show didn't really seem to focus too much on that. I wouldn't say the show was super preachy about minorities and whatnot, but it definitely played a part in how the story works. Let's start with the main one, the Elf Detective himself. While he was originally announced under the name Gaz Grendel, the production came to know him under the name Thorn. Short, sweet, and admirably a pretty badass name. As mentioned earlier, Butch was very inspired by the anime style, specifically One Punch Man, when creating this character, and attempted to design him with that kind of likeness. However, each of his prototype iterations appeared to lean heavily on the classic 80s action cartoon style, such as He-Man or the Thundercats. This was something I tried to correct when developing the final design of him. From personal experience, the key to a good anime style mostly lies with a clear depiction of the eyes or the hair.
He actually did Thundercats already.
Thorn's hair varied drastically from one image to the next.
Yeah, we did Thundercats already.
His head and neutral positioning when not blowing in the wind. When designing hairstyles, at least for something of this caliber, it's best to draw the full head first, then define where the hair does and does not grow. Create some defining sections of the hair, and then add the detailing. No matter how messy Thorn's hair may get, it is always comprised of the same 4 to 5 clumps, which helps familiarize the character to the audience.
Man, you have great hair.
He has no heirs.
His guns were also replaced with a yellow yo-yo, which you can then use in combat and assist him on special
Well,
cases.
yo-yos were guns at one time.
He's an actual detective, in case that wasn't obvious. Thorn also comes with a few surprises. He is an elf, but more of a Lord of the Rings kind of elf than a Santa's Workshop type elf. He's extremely tall, has slight telepathic abilities, night vision, can run up walls, and Hartman has even developed his own custom alphabet for the elfish species. His voice actor also fits the character pretty well. Unfortunately, I don't know any of the cast's names. As chief of police, we have my favorite character to design, Lieutenant Gold. She's your typical hard-ass, let's-get-things-done type personality, except when she's around Thorn, where she lets more of her personality shine. Her official look was also
Sounds like
not as
Lucifer.
developed, but it was pretty clear what Hartman was going for with this character. She's animated in a similar fashion to how Cosmo and Wanda were treated in my first animated collaboration with Mr. Hartman, the Fairly Odd Anime spoof. So I already had a bit of experience working with this type of character. These characters were the main focus of the pilot, so once their designs were fully developed, everyone else's must fall in line with Thorn and Gold's to maintain a consistent art style. This included characters like the cop, the Minotaur, the shopkeeper, and the Kitsune. These characters also have some dimension of character background written for them as well, but I'd like to keep that out of the public's knowledge for now to maintain the mystery. Who knows, maybe the series will end up seeing the light of day in the future. The pilot script had a very interesting story to tell, in my opinion. The script only gives sole credit to Butch Hartman, so if there were any others involved in the script writing process, it's currently unknown. But I have to give credit where credit is due. I do believe it's a pretty solid script, and I wouldn't mind watching a few episodes of Elf Detective had it ever made it into a fully produced series. In relation to the script, I will break down everything I had to create to complete the agreement I had with Hartman's contract. The script can be broken down in 5 parts. The first part is something that I call the unicorn scene. A unicorn is shown running for his life during an empty city night, where he was tracked down and eventually murdered by a minotaur. This came with a lot of pre-drawn storyboards that I would take, sync to an audio track, and add slight movements and sound effects to create an animatic. Unfortunately, I was not provided with the name of this artist, but he has a clear gift when it comes to his shot choices. The second part is Thorne's investigation, which was 2 minutes of fully colored animation. As I've said, I was limited to the resources and knowledge at the time, but slowly began to figure out how to make everything work as time went on. Some scenes I think look really good, and others my inexperience shines. But I enjoy looking back at this to see how far my skills have come, especially when I switched over to digital. Coming up with the sound effects was a fun part of the experience too. A lot of them I just created with my mouth and added a lot of distortion and filters to make it sound less like, well, a mouth. And my wife and I filled in a lot of the subtle grunts and dialect that the original voice actors did not provide.
I hate it when you sneak up like that.
I won't quiet.
Out of the whole script, this segment is the only one with completed animation. The third scene involved a cop deciding to pick a fight with Thorne, but personally it felt really out of place and probably the weakest part of the script. It happens out of nowhere and seems to only serve to show the audience some of Thorne's powers and combat experience, but there are better ways to handle an introduction like that. Storyboards were provided for the scene, and I again was impressed by the mysterious artist's work, but no further animatic or animation was made for this scene, aside from a few concept stills. The fourth scene is an inner monologue by Thorne as he follows a trail to track down where the murderer might have came from. I ended up redrawing half of the storyboards myself, as I was under the impression at the time that the animatic was to be produced from scratch, not based off of the given storyboards. The final scene has no storyboards, animatic, or animation, and only lives in the script, which is an interrogation scene, but I'll leave it up to your imagination on what happened. As the production of Elf Detective continued to be successful, Butch started to openly market the idea to his fan base. Thorne would find himself appearing in a lot of Hartman's videos, and live streams drawing his character became very fast and frequent.
Now this guy, definitely look out for this guy very, very soon. There's a project very near and dear to my heart. This is called The Elf Detective, but in the modern day. He fights mythological crime. I'm very into this idea, Elf Detective. So here's some more sketches from Elf Detective, just different guns and other characters that could be in the show. And that's coming out very, very soon.
Fan art for Elf Detective was already being produced before anyone even knew what it was about. When everything under my responsibility was completed, Hartman made plans to do a special showing of Elf Detective to coincide with 2018's Comic-Con announcements, hoping Elf Detective would be able to ride the trending success of a vast amount of projects being revealed at this event. Everything I've created so far would be cut together into a short trailer to help strengthen a following, while all of the animatics and character sheets would be passed around to help pitch the show with the desire for it to get picked up and developed into a full series.
Okay, we've drawn a bunch of Nickelodeon characters. Now we're going to do one of my brand new original characters. It's going to be coming out soon in his own tune. That's right, my anime-inspired creation, Elf Detective.
By July 2018, the world would be officially introduced to Elf Detective. Except that didn't happen. So, what happened to Elf Detective?
Welcome to Oaxis.
The day Hartman had announced the creation of Oaxis, everything changed. Butch is a man of many talents and aspirations, but sometimes your own creative drive can be accelerating too quickly. You don't slow down to make sure you have enough gas to get there. If it wasn't clear by now, Elf Detective was meant to be a much more mature series, which would not fit the family-friendly mold that Oaxis was trying to build. I brought this up to Mr. Hartman, and he agreed agreed that Elf Detective really had no place on Oaxis, and seeing that Oaxis was his primary focus at the time, Elf Detective started to wither away. Things weren't looking too good for Elf Detective the more Oaxis was elaborated on. If you are unaware of what Oaxis is and the surrounding controversy, I'd advise you to look into it more, but this isn't the video for that. But the point is, Oaxis indeed had a lot of surrounding controversy during its development, and this led Hartman to disappear from the internet completely for a period of time. During Hartman's disappearance, a supposed leak of the aforementioned Elf Detective Comic-Con trailer surfaced on July 20th, 2018, right around when Butch originally said he'd reveal the project to the world. The clip is presented as a typical trying to film something without getting caught sort of fashion, but many have speculated that it was Butch Hartman himself, or at least someone who works with him, that leaked the trailer as a way to indirectly build hype for the show. The account that uploaded the leak, Incognito Crusader, was created the same day the leak was uploaded, and said video remains its only upload. The description also advises you to download the video before it gets removed, but seeing as it's still up nearly a year later, along with the actual Fairly Odd Parents icon and very on-the-nose username, it's pretty clear that this was a failed marketing ploy to promote Elf Detective, sitting at barely 6,500 views. Butch has not made any significant acknowledgement about Elf Detective ever since. It has become very clear that the large-scale production of Oaxis is the catalyst of why the plan to produce Elf Detective had fallen through. It has been a year since Oaxis met its Kickstarter goal of $250,000, with an additional surplus of $18,134, leaving him with over $268,000. With the funds Hartman claims to have required for the startup of his new family-friendly streaming service, we still have yet to see the results. After an entire year sitting on those funds, we were treated with a 2-minute sizzle reel that didn't actually contain any of the new programming promised in his original pitch, and recently the project was suspended until Hartman received even more money to complete the project. Butch now seems to have transitioned his focus once more to an even newer series titled Hobby Kids Adventures, which appears to be the polar opposite of the mature, anime-inspired action CSI show that Elf Detective was sought out to be. And based on the viewership, Hobby Kids Adventures appears to be very successful with what it's trying to do, and perhaps it's for the best. Producing children's cartoons is what Butch Hartman is best at, not creating a streaming service or a mature cartoon. And now that he's returned to his element and met with positive results, will he ever want to go back? Will Oaxis meet the same fate that Elf Detective has been introduced to? Let's return to the case of Imaginathan, the original reason I was hired by Butch all the way back in September 2017. At the time of this upload, the only things I've done for Imaginathan so far was some lore development and conceptual sketches, along with an animatic. It's safe to say that Hartman does not want to lose money on this project by paying me in full for only a fraction of the work, which is why he doesn't want to officially cancel the series. But with Imaginathan, Elf Detective, and now potentially Oaxis, the constant shift in focus between projects seems to leave behind a rotting trail of unrealized hard work, passion, and financial investments. Hartman also clings on to what limitations he can still do with Danny Phantom on his YouTube channel, as it still remains his greatest work by comparison. Elf Detective very well could have been the next Danny Phantom, maybe even better, since Hartman has allowed himself to tell a story that broke the family-friendly guidelines and really create something driven by creativity, not moral life lessons and episodic storytelling. I'd very much like to see Elf Detective come alive again one day, but for now... Thanks for checking out my video. You can stay up to date with all my projects on my social media and join the Discord to talk to other passionate fans.
Better than their craps on TV. or make our own. I mean, that'd be cool to make our own, John, if we... Because guess what? That I had 59 out of 25 characters. I do the same thing. Like, you know those characters I made that were up to like 50 characters? I had 50 characters. I dropped them down to 25 characters, make it a little easier. But yeah, John, that's what everyone does. You write down first, like I've been doing, kind of, right? Do that first, then that's it. Well, there is a way we can do it, but cheap. There is a way we can do it, John, that you want to do it. I mean, there is a way we can do it cheaply, but I don't know if you want to do it that way. There is an easy way to do animation, John, and I know how to do it. Even you can do it. Just about done, yeah. That sports thing we're working on, John. I kind of can get your comic book. I know how it can do now. Just about since I've been working on it since February 2013. It's almost done, John. Oh, one more thing, John. I just looking into some for you. You can get your comic book on YouTube pretty easily. I know how to do it. Just about done, yeah. Book is almost. John, we can get your comic book. John, get your comic book on YouTube. You can do it pretty easily. If your comic book's done, and you have the whole entire book, yeah, all you have to do is, show the scenes, add sound to it, and that's it. Because I know a person that made a comic book with something I can't say on YouTube. He made his comic book real. That's all I'm going to say. He did it on something I can't say on PH. You see that? He did it on PH. And he made his comic book live by showing the stills with a camera. He did it on PH. And it was a pretty neat comic book. Besides one part of it. But besides it, it was a good comic book. He made the comic book kind of like real, but not real, which I thought was pretty neat. That's all I'm going to say, but yeah, he made a pretty good comic book. I mean, I can't say what it was, but yeah, he made a comic book be real, which I thought, wow, I wish I could do that, but not really, you know what I mean? He shows stills and some pretty cool moving techniques, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll see that later. Okay, I'll have to see that later. I'll have to see that a little later. Phone's almost dead. I'll see it later, John. But yeah, I got something I want to tell you. There's a way we can get some animation done, John, if you want to do it. All we need to do is just work on something for you that'll make you happy. Wait. Oh, that's on right now too, but yeah, we can maybe make some animation or something the way you want to do it, John. But like I said, John, we can get some animation done, but I mean, you all you do is just do a couple things. We can get some animation done with and stuff like that. Besides, some fun stuff is going to be happening soon. Real soon. So soon, it's going to make you surprised. Something that'll make you be surprised to find out what's happening in a few weeks. But I cannot believe it's happening in a few weeks. Dr. Oz. I guess I looked at stuff later. My phone was dead. But like I said, I got some stuff. I got some surprises up my sleeve. Like I said, I'll see you in a bit, okay? But like I said, I got some surprise up. I was watching a lot of animation stuff last night to figure out how to make my characters I want to do animated. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm waiting for my phone to get charged up a little more so I can get your videos. Just maybe, yeah. But, yeah. Right there. Right there. Right there. It's a spitter. So, yeah, I like to get some stuff done with. I feel there too. We're amazing. Oh, could you believe what I saw? Could you believe that Channel 1? I can't believe Channel 1 contest.
We built a revolving door. Last one to keep revolving wins $20,000. Unless it's Chandler. If Chandler wins this challenge, he gets $50,000 in straight cash. Because as you know, he's never won a challenge before. So if he does win, we want to do something.
Because he won! He won a challenge.
It's simple. Last to stop pushing wins 20 grand.
Chandler won a challenge. Give me that. Chandler won a challenge finally.
And scream. Ow, my butt.
Ha!
Win this. Probably not actually, because I want Chandler to win because I love him. Hold it out higher, friend. It's been like already way too long. Been like 8 minutes. I'm really tired. You know, it's another challenge, and I'm probably gonna win. I promise I'm gonna win this challenge. Dustin, am I gonna win? What's up, guys? Not feeling too good. I feel super dizzy. We're gonna stick it out through here. Make a goal. You win $1,000. Do it on your next time around. Come on, Taylor. You can at least do this. Somebody say buckets. Buckets.
I can't believe he won all that money. Because he deserved every cent.
Don't cheat. He cheated and he still does. Next up is cornhole.
Next up, cornhole.
300 that one.
Yeah, one of these days we need to do some stuff.
That's it, Chris. Alright, Chandler, fire.
Oh, he's happy, I bet. This piece is broke, I bet.
Dustin won $500. Did you just put $500, Chandler, brother. That was for my bed, and I did. Good job, Chandler, brother. Hey, Dustin. Kobe. All right, here's the dart. Here's the dart. Here's the dart. Here's the dart. If someone hits... Oh, Dustin won $500.
Now, Chandler won how much money? You gotta be how much money did Chandler win?
Did you just win $500, Chandler, brother? That was for my bed, and I did. Good job, Chandler, brother. Hey, Dustin. Kobe. All right, here's the dart. Here's the
You
dart.
can't buy a house, you can buy a car.
Here's the dart. If someone hits a bullseye, they get 10 grand. All right, Chris, throw your dart.
I mean, I can get a car. I know where I can get a car for.
Chandler's brother, throw your dart.
My house is worth my house is $55,000 right now. This house I'm living in is like $55,000 bucks.
No one got a bullseye. No 10 grand. This
I'm still $5,000 short. Buy off my house. You can actually get a now.
You think I'll make it? No.
You can get a car for. You get a car for that. You know, someone. I mean, you can get a car for like $500. Cheapest car you can get is like $500. You can get a car between. You can get a cheap car between.
Speed. The wheels can't even keep up with me, man. I'm trying to keep up with you right now. Yeah, you can't go really fast. That's way to burn calories, honestly.
How much can you buy a car for? That much.
Oh, okay. You don't want to see what happens next, right? Don't look at me. This man is married. Yeah, that's not good. I require a 5-gallon Lowe's bucket. Look, is that already pig in? Yeah, I got warm for you. Chris, okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Right, this is happening. Hold this for a second. Yeah, no problem. My filming is bad because I'm covering
I'm gonna have to do it later, but yeah, I'm gonna watch these later. The phone, like I said, the phone's just slow. My phone's at 10%. Phone's at.
Chris needs at least one time in every challenge. Are you jealous? Do you want to be? Yeah, I can't do it. Oh, you can't be. It's a skill I don't have. Oh, that's right. I need 2 readings into applause. An express. What's the for? Pleasure. Oh, we're having a brother off.
I wish I had a brother.
What do you?
Oh wait.
Just brothers, buddy.
Oh wait a minute. Do I have a brother? No, I do not. I wish I did. You're lucky, JH Games. You have a brother. I don't.
My favorite thing is to annoy Chandler and things. Breaking it.
I am. The blue wire is a charger. The blue wire is a charger. This is the charger for the phone. This is the charger for the tablet. So yeah, it's actually connected. It's connected to my phone. Yeah, it is connected to my phone right now. It's charging right now. I am charging my phone.
Oh, okay. It's spelled Tariq without reek because you smell. It smells great.
Tariq.
Oh,
The phone is charging. If I move my phone out, it won't charge.
just suffer. That's his strategy, man. I'm not dealing with this. Why are we still here? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you feel?
My computer. My computer.
My longest boy.
My PC. My PC. Because my PC is the only thing now that can do recordings live. My phone and my tablet can only record stuff. And right now I'm using my computer right now so I can record stuff. I have a camera, but the camera does record stuff too. Right now I'm actually using the actual computer I have. You know, I have an actual computer.
An hour and a half. How do you feel? Terrible.
You've seen it before.
Yeah, you can win.
Remember that thing we watched TV on one time and you came over? That computer.
So we gotta go with the rules. Chandler, you roll cornhole. Fire away. Alright, hit the cord. Don't do it yet.
There's a camera on my computer I'm using right now. I use it for live feeds. And right here's the camera. Right here's my other camera. Right here's the GoPro. And right here's the old gray camera I used to use still.
Okay, you can have the $1,000, but you're quitting. Alright. Keep
It's a challenge. Sometimes you take the bird in front of you.
It's actually a laptop.
I think that's how it goes. 2 birds for 1 nut. Yeah, something like that.
It's 2 birds, 1 stone, you stupid. What you gonna do that?
One of your victims is gone. Yeah, you could actually win. Caroline, cheer on.
I have cable.
How did you lose after doing that, Chandler?
Yeah, I have cable and I have telephone.
Other people are crying for you to win. How does that make you feel, Dustin? Not good. So as I said in this video, if Chandler wins, he gets 50 grand. And that still holds true for this video. If he wins this
I
one,
bought the
he gets 50
Wi-Fi.
grand. Everyone else.
I own Wi-Fi. You remember this telephone right here that wasn't connected to anything? Guess what? It's connected now to a landline. This is actually a landline now. Yes, operator. I'd like to make a call to, Yes, I'd like to make a quick call to, please. 3 Rivers Police Department, please. Thank you. Stupid me. Can't make that call. Can't do fish because there's no. Yeah, that's so stupid of me. Oh my God, that's a rotary. It has no buttons on it, so I can't use it. I can call. I just can't make a phone call because one reason: I have no buttons on that phone. And yes, that phone is connected to a landline number. No, I'm not calling it because my phone's dead and the cell phone's dead. And that landline is so much fun to prank people with. That's how I prank call people. I'm not gonna prank call you though. Because if I did, you'd pay for the phone call. I'm not paying for it. Besides, I called the operator, so he pays the call. So the police paid for the call I made.
But we're going to do it a little different in this video. If he actually does win, he's going to get the $50,000 in $1 bills. That's like at least $30,000. No, it's like more like
that weighs a lot.
So yeah, make sure you watch the end.
Who is Wi-Fi through? Oh.
PewDiePie's probably sick of seeing that you can't win a challenge. Do this for PewDiePie if no one else.
Does this remind you of anything? Just going in circles.
Growing up,
Call Chandler. What would you do if you won 20 grand?
I'd get a new piano keyboard.
Justin, what would you get if you won 20 grand?
Yeah, Oculus.
Who's actually through? That's who's through.
If you won 20 grand.
Comcast owns NBC.
Okay, Lambas are.
Wait,
Whatever.
let's hit. You know the new network.
All right, well then actually win. What's up, guys? It's pretty easy. No one asked me what I would do.
Hey, Jimmy, what would you do with 20 grand?
I would give it away.
You doing okay? You're looking a little seasick, buddy.
Okay. I mean, you make one. That's it. You know that he's going to make.
He makes bullseye. See you 10 grand. 5.
1. Yeah, go fast.
I have 1 feet.
Come on. You help me out that. Me and you make your own cartoon. Me and you make a cartoon. It'll work. You know what you do? Make your own cartoon. Make it happen.
I didn't realize that would have been like half the prize.
I couldn't read all that because you read it too fast. I mean, you should make a cartoon. You should make a cartoon I worked on, right? And guess what? Created by me and you.
Okay. Thank you for not winning anything and making the video cheap.
That's the thing, though. I don't know if the cartoon's gonna be family friendly. You need help me with it. Because we do it. Think of it, though. Me and you will be on it because we make our own cartoon. I be the creator. You must be a creator too. Because we already know what Dylan Hal could do if he could make a cartoon.
I mean, I would too. If you win,
I talked to Dylan the other day. He said he wants to do something crazy. I told him, what, buy a fire truck again? I said, yes, I already did. Buy a real fire truck.
Vegas. Go! I hate reading. When the parents come.
I don't know how it's gonna work out yet. Like I said, I haven't just got the characters' names done, so I don't know. I guess the characters kind of laid out.
The internet bullied him for like 3 weeks.
So I don't know what we're gonna do yet.
That is true.
That is a meme right there from the internet.
Mike Tyson. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Chandler, you are lasting very long, man. This is crazy. I love this.
Basketball!
How you feeling, Zach?
Feeling it? Tired. Dizzy? I gotta win.
Well, if you're gonna win, stop showing weakness. Well, let's be real. The whole world wants Chandler to win. Wait, you should.
Yeah, it's funny though. D. But I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed soon because I'm tired.
And I said, whoa.
I bought a new car.
And it's this.
The ugliest car ever made.
This is a 19 Nissan.
No, can't tell you 'cause I don't know.
And it looks like
'Cause I was younger, so I would
that was
know.
Intentional. You see, the French word for
Oh, I
snail
wouldn't
is
know.
snail, and Nissan was making
Back in the
a
90s
small
and
snail.
2000s.
So they figured small cargo-esque snail.
I mean, it's not even this plan,
It was simply too good to pass up. So they made a small snail. They named it the S-Snail, and it looks like a cargo. It is the ugliest snail ever made.
Oh no.
Let me show you around.
I'm going to bed soon.
Sorry, let me tell you a little bit about this.
Snail. It was a real vehicle sold only in Japan from 1989 to 1991. It is a real automobile with a real license plate and a real VIN number, and it can be driven on real roads, even though it looks like the kind of thing a university might use to cruise around on the sidewalks and tell people to stop walking on the grass. Sass. It weighs 100 pounds, and it has a 2100 speed automatic transmission mated to a carbureted 5 horsepower 2100 cylinder engine. Perfect for highways. Oh, and one other thing. It's the ugliest snail ever made. First, the main reason why I think this snail is so ugly. Because they actually
Rest of them I've saw.
designed it to look
Rest
like
of them
a
I've
cargo.
seen.
Why would you do this? But instead they were like, nah, just make it look like this. And so this is the ugliest snail ever made. Let's examine it in greater detail. We'll start at front, where the S-Snail has these beady fixed pop-up headlights, because a cargo has these beady fixed pop-up at 2.4 inches high. The S-Snail was only 70 inches shorter than my range cargo, and yet it's 1,800 inches